What if I told you that one of the most mind-bending action scenes in movie history wasn't CGI? That this gravity-defying hallway fight from Inception was filmed inside a real, spinning corridor? No green screens, no wires, just physics, brilliant engineering, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt clinging to dear life. This is the story of how Christopher Nolan pushed filmmaking to its limits to make you believe in dreams. Inception wasn't just a movie. It was an idea, a dream within a dream. Within a blockbuster with an action scene that left audiences stunned. The hallway fight, where Arthur battles projections as the hotel's gravity flips and spins, became an instant classic. But unlike other action films that rely on visual effects, this scene stood out for one reason. It was real. That hallway actually rotated. The set actually spun, and the actor was really fighting against gravity. To understand why that's such a big deal, let's rewind. Director Christopher Nolan had always been obsessed with reality. From Memento to The Dark Knight, his films play with perception and trust. But with Inception, Nolan didn't just want to trick the mind, he wanted to trick the eye. He believed the best way to immerse viewers into a dream was to make it feel tangible. So when it came to the gravity-defying hallway fight, Nolan had a choice. Use computer graphics like everyone else, or build a real full-size rotating hallway and shoot it practically. He chose the hard way. The set design team, led by Guy Hendricks Dias, and special effects supervisor Chris Corbould, got to work. Their task? Build a 100-foot-long hallway on a rotating gimbal that could spin 360 degrees. Think of it like a giant hamster wheel the size of a semi-truck. The structure weighed around 30 tons and was powered by hydraulic motors. Every detail inside the hallway, the lights, the furniture, the wallpaper had to stay attached as the set rotated. Meanwhile, cinematographer Wally Pfister had to figure out how to shoot the scene. Cameras had to move with the hallway, capturing every twist, every flip without making the audience nauseous. And finally, stunt coordinator Tom Struthers began training the actors to fight in a world where gravity wasn't constant. Joseph Gordon-Levitt could have let a stunt double handle it. Instead, he trained for weeks to do it himself. Every movement had to be timed perfectly with the hallway's rotation. One wrong step, and he could have been slammed into a wall, literally. In interviews, Levitt said, "It was like being in a funhouse, except it wasn't fun. It was exhausting." The spinning hallway was built at Cardington Studios in the UK, a former airship hangar, so large it could house a blimp. The hallway moved slowly at first, then faster. Levitt would run, jump, and flip while the entire set rotated around him. Sometimes he fought upside down, sometimes sideways. There was no up, only motion. Most action movies fake movement. They tilt the camera or use CGI. But in Inception, what you see is exactly what happened on set. Pfister's camera was mounted on a rig that moved with the hallway. This meant the camera didn't rotate, the actors did. The result? A shot that felt grounded even as the world spun around it. No visual trickery, no post-production cheat codes, just choreography, lighting, and engineering genius. And it worked. Nolan isn't anti-technology, but he's famously skeptical of overusing CGI. He believes that when actors and crews can physically touch the set, audiences believe it more. For Inception, he used visual effects only when necessary, like folding cities and dream collapses. But whenever he could, like with the hallway fight, he went real. This dedication gives Inception its visceral texture. You feel the weight of Arthur's body. You believe the hallway is spinning. Because it is. Here's the twist. The scene nearly didn't happen. Executives thought the rotating hallway was too expensive, too ambitious, too risky. But Nolan insisted. He cut other VFX shots from the budget to keep this one. And the gamble paid off. When audiences saw the scene for the first time in 2010, the reaction was electric. Critics called it revolutionary. Filmmakers called it insane. And fans? They rewatched it over and over just to figure out how it was done. The hallway fight scene in Inception did more than wow audiences, it changed how action movies were made. Suddenly, filmmakers remembered the power of practical effects. Movies like Mad Max, Fury Road, Mission Impossible, and even Dune began to embrace realism. Instead of faking action, they filmed it. Nolan had proven that with enough imagination and courage, you could build dreams from steel, sweat, and spinning sets. It's been over a decade since Inception hit theaters, but that hallway scene, it still holds up. Not because it's flashy, but because it's real. The weight of the characters, the sound of their footsteps, the disorientation of the camera. It all comes from physics, not pixels. And that's why the scene sticks in your brain like a dream you can't shake. Because on some level you know it was real. And deep down, reality always hits harder than fantasy. If you love movies that push boundaries and redefine cinema, hit that like button. Drop a comment with your favorite scene from Inception. And let me know what behind-the-scenes story you want next. And don't forget to subscribe for more real stories behind unreal movies. Until next time, don't lose yourself in the dream.